So good afternoon, one and all. This is a whole interesting day, and I appreciate your patience and attention for a few more minutes. I am Sahil Patil, a research scholar at DY Patil School of Hospitality and Tourism Studies, Navi Mumbai. So the topic for my presentation is tea tourism and its marketability management in Assam and North Bengal. So beginning with the introduction, I have noted down few pointers so as to make the presentation easier to understand. The first pointer is emphasis on domestic tourism. So, with the boost in tourism in India, equal if not greater emphasis must be placed on domestic tourism. Yes, which is very much obvious that one must place emphasis on domestic tourism as well, which is very much lacking behind, I would say, in India. Second pointer is dormant potential waiting to be explored. So it must be noted that the prospect and marketability of any tourism product, be it any tourism product, its dormant potential is still waiting to be explored and exploited. The third pointer is demand for tea tourism. Social media is increasingly yielding copious prospective customers and consumers for products and services of a diverse range. The demand for a certain tourism product amongst frequent and fervent social media users particularly stands out. Therefore, I would say that demand for tea tourism among social media users is in rise in India. So here are the objectives. So the objectives of my study were to identify the needs of prospective consumers of tea tourism in Assam and North Bengal, to assess the marketability of tea tourism in Assam and North Bengal, to determine the demand of tea tourism in Assam and North Bengal. So these were the objectives of my study. The methodology I followed was a survey was conducted online via questionnaire among 50 respondents engaged in tourism and hospitality sectors in India. So basically, I used a Google form. I circulated a Google format to the respondents, and they were expected to fill up the form. The questionnaire included demographic, introductory, and main questions. So basically, I asked them questions related to their age group, or let's say which place they belong to, and followed by the main questions of my topic. In selection of the respondents, the simplest random sampling method was used. And later on, I used the statistical analysis method to summarize my responses. So basically, you can see that this was the analysis I followed. So here are a few of the examples I used in my questionnaire. So basically, I asked people about like which age they belong to. So you can see that majority of the age group I received responses from were in the age group falling between 18 to 23 years. So majority of teenagers, or I would say youngsters, were I got the responses from. Also asked a question like which part of India they belong to. So the only motive behind asking is this was, even if they are not from the Assam or North Bengal, even if they are being from any of the state throughout India, how people are aware about tea tourism, because basically we know tea is something that for many people the tea is something that they start their day with, or max to max they might be knowing that yes, we have a major manufacturing or a major export from parts of Assam or North Bengal. But actually one can explore very much with respect to tourism. That too specifically tea tourism is very much to be explored, which many of the people are not knowing. Again, I also asked, are you familiar with tea tourism? So majority of responses were that they were knowing. So as you can see that I got a 74% of respondents saying that they were knowing what is tea tourism, whereas 26% were not knowing at all, like what is tea tourism. what is tea tourism. I also asked what inclusions they would prefer. So like they were suggesting me like what all we can include so as to boost up the tea tourism. So few of them, like majority of them, said that we must include like everything, right from tea plucking. Like even if I'm being a tourist over there, I must be provided with an opportunity to pluck the tea leaves, because that would be something that uh, would boost up the tourism, because even if I do something extraordinary, I'll be having that pleasure feeling or something out of out of the box which I'm getting there. Like we can even have testing sessions, like tea testing sessions and golfing. Then we also have tea estate tours over there, that is nature walks and wildlife safaris. We can also stay at the colonial era estate bungalows basically. So even if a particular tourist is exposed to such things, the tourism is ultimately getting boosted in that region. So this can be the factors that could increase the prospect and marketability in that particular region. The key findings of my research were that prospect for tea tourism in Assam and North Bengal, and a marketability opportunity for tea tourism in the region, largely among social media users, with 58% respondents suggesting they would like to stay informed about upcoming tours and packaged holidays via social media ads and posts. So basically, I found that many of people are not even knowing what it, sorry for disturbance. Many of people are not even knowing what is tea tourism. They just know, yeah, okay, we are knowing where from the tea major export is done, and only something that is which is very much traditional we are coming, we are listening from years. But they are not knowing that yes, actually there is many more things to do in Assam and North Bengal with respect to tea tourism. So many of the social media users, what they responded was like are they are willing to get informed, they are interested, but the only thing is lacking behind is that it's not getting marketed, it's not getting advertised. It is very much the people are unaware of that tea tourism. So this is something that I I found out is that we must you know uh, keep people updated about these tours and the holiday, like these packages, so that we can use the medium such as social media. We can even post ads on the television, internet, and different platforms. The second thing was the product must be developed to meet the specific need of the tourist. Of course, if we are if we are providing the tourist what they are expecting from the owner or the provider, ultimately it satisfies the need of the tourist, and ultimately the tourism is getting a more and more, now the place is getting more and more tourist, ultimately increasing the demand for that particular place. So I found that people are willing to have sessions with the workers. So for example, even if I'm being to any of the agricultural field, if I'm getting an hands-on experience over there, which would be really a memorable thing for me. Again, they could have a
Sahil,
session.
Sahil,
Yes sir.
conclude your paper now. Within
Yes sir, yes sir. So again, these were some of the findings. The originality value was empirical evidence gathered from observations through this study, highlight the prospect and potential of and the existing dormant demand and market for tea tourism in Assam and North Bengal. Then tea tourism has the potential to emerge as an experiential tourism product if amalgamated with wildlife tourism and leisure or pleasure tourism. Also, I would suggest one thing, that the marketing and promotion of the final product must be targeted largely at social media users between the age group of 18 to 29 years and at the locals of the region. So this is the very key suggestion I would suggest. So that's it from my side. Thanks a lot for your kind listening. Thank you so much.